Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another video. Before we get into anything, I just want to give a quick announcement that I do have my very own creator code now, all thanks to you guys. So if you're ever on the web store and you're making a purchase and you want to go ahead and support me, your boy Legacy, all you got to do is type in LAG, all lowercase, redeem, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go. That's going to wrap it up for this quick little announcement. Let's get to the video. Alright guys, getting straight into the video now. So this was an alliance war earlier on in the season before, it was the whole season was kind of scrapped. And so I was, assigned this path with IronHeart. Now my IronHeart is only rank 3, bringing her to alliance war, the highest level. But man, wow. I did this war right before I updated the monthly tier list. And on that tier list update, we promoted IronHeart into the highest tier. And this war, for me, was a part of that reason. Because she just dominated, decimated, like, every fight I brought her into. So this was probably the worst fight, I would say. This was Photon on path number 4. And path number 4 can be really annoying because it can have the inverted controls. But IronHeart is immune to inverted controls so long as she has an armor up buff active. So, we've pushed Photon into her pure light form, and right now, I'm just chilling. I do push her over a bar here, but I'm going to be very careful not to let her throw a special. She's going to kill some time, throw a little relic, back off, and boom, there we go. Now she's out of pure light, and I can go ahead and bait those specials. So, yeah, this was definitely the worst fight of the war. It's just the most annoying one, and, I have some pretty challenging fights later on that I was really worried about, but yeah, this Photon definitely ended up being the worst of the worst. I don't love fighting Photon, to begin with. I don't hate it, but, there's other champs I'd much rather fight. But here we push her over for the 15, charge threshold, gonna go ahead and knock her down, and again, we just kind of gotta slow play, wait it out. We're using our Rupture pre-fights here against Photon. That's probably my favorite thing about IronHeart. It really gives me Scorpion vibes, that you can switch your damage type. And just having access to Rupture as one of the possible damage sources, it's just incredible. Rupture is easily one of my favorite types of DOT in the game because there's just very, very rare immunity to it. It makes it so powerful. And it's physical-based damage. There's so many champions with some type of energy resistance or some way to heal from energy damage or something, But physical damage, that's a lot rarer. So, yeah, here we go. We knock her down again, and this is the third pure light phase of this fight, dude. You see why this fight sucked? It's just so much pure light. But we still have 2.5 minutes on the clock, but now pure light's over. We can just go for some combos. We apply a debuff on each medium attack, so that's kind of why I was spamming more so the mediums. Just stack up as many ruptures as we can. So there we go. That fight took 2.5 minutes. Quite a long one. But now, this next fight, this is an IronHeart video, but it would be an injustice to not show you this fight right here. This is Medusa versus a robot. So just power start 1 and then immediately get him armor shattered, and the fight is essentially over at that point. This was easily the most fun fight I had this war. It was just awesome. Boom, within the first 5 seconds of the fight, we have him armor shattered, and the fight is over now, essentially, at this point. He has no ability accuracy, he can gain no power, we're just chilling. We're just chilling at this point, man. And we're just doing our combos. I could be going for, crazy intercepts right now, but why? There's no need to. There's literally not a single need in the world to do something like that. Just parry combo, and that man is dead. So 29-second fight, it was a quick one. That one, made up for the super long drawn-out Photon fight. Alright, moving on though now, I think we have path 9 here. We have Dust, and then Korg. I'm going to be using Gentle for Korg, but that was also kind of an annoying fight, so I think we'll just kind of skip past that one. I don't want to bore you guys with that. Rank 3 Gentle. My Gentle is no longer rank 3, so the next time you're seeing gameplay from him, it should hopefully be from a rank 4 Gentle, on my channel, at least. But yeah, just pop 1 potion into IronHeart. You can see, we're not max, but we're medium boosted at this point. Rank 3, still over 100,000 health, so not too bad. So I'm just looking here, making sure she's immune. So yeah, while the armor is up, we're immune to Incinerate, Cold Snap, Frostbite. So we don't have to worry about that. That's one half of the hazard shift. But there is another half of the hazard shift here. And I think it's Bleed. Was it Bleed or was it Poison? I forget. So as soon as we go in the fight, I think it starts with the one that we're not immune to. Yeah, it's Poison. Okay. So right now, we're just going to chill. We're going to hang out. What makes IronHeart really good against Dust, you know, Dust is triple immune, but she's not immune to Incinerate. And the neat thing is that Incinerates actually will purify and get rid of a sand debuff on you. So, yeah, dude, you definitely do not want to use the Rupture pre-fight when you're fighting Dust. I think that's actually something I learned in, like, the Wheel of Fate or something. But yeah, here I end up doing quite a few hits when the hazard shift changed, so I ended up getting some poison debuffs on me, and, you know, they were definitely taking me down, so I gotta be careful. Don't want to attack her too much with that poison phase active. Alright, now we just go spam these mediums, get those Incinerates cooking up, get to the special one, and that's gonna pause our debuffs. You know, the rotation with IronHeart, it's spam your mediums, build up the debuffs, you can pause them with the special one, and then you go for the special two for a big payoff. But in war, like, I find just maintaining the debuff, spamming special one, just to work out really nicely. You know, if I can get to the special two and get the big damage payoff, great. But if not, like, it's really not that big of a deal. If I can just keep 25 plus debuffs paused, like, I'm gonna do that. Like, she melted there, bro. A little over a minute, that Dust is dead. So, yeah, man, IronHeart just cooking. Minute 17. Alright, we're going to go ahead and skip through this Korg fight. It was a little sketchy, not going to lie. But we got him. Oh, yeah, and then my game started lagging for like 20 seconds, and I was like, oh, no, am I going to have to do that fight again? Please don't make me do that fight again. It was not fun the first time. I did not want to do it a second time. Yeah, alright, moving on. We have two mini bosses to fight now, both of the skill class. First up is Lumatrix, and dude, I am scared to fight Lumatrix. I can't lie. This assignment I was very scared of, and I was a little bit spooked on the next assignment as well, which is a bullseye on the final mini island. But I was more scared of this guy right here, this Lumatrix dude, because I almost died to him on the Big Thing War season. If I didn't have Heimdall, I would have died. Heimdall saved my bacon, and then we managed to luckily clutch it out with Cyclops. But it was so sketchy. And yeah, man, we got Bubble Shield, Power Focus 2, and Scared Stiff here. Thankfully, we got a guidance boost from an alliance mate, so that is helpful. But, yeah, so IronHeart is going to be able to counter the miss. She has tracking that she can apply, which counters miss. But IronHeart has no way, I don't believe, to counter evade. Or that's at least what I was thinking, you know, going into this fight. So, like, anytime he goes for a heavy or something, I gotta be kind of careful, because he gets that evade charge. But if it's just the miss, so long as we have the tracking, we'll be fine. And I believe we just need 5 of our debuffs to activate the tracking. So here we're at 4, and he throws a special. So I don't have the tracking up yet, so I can't punish. So that's super annoying. But there, boom, we dexed, and we applied 2 debuffs. So here, he's just destroying me with heavies. I cannot allow myself to get rooted again. Because I cannot bait that. I cannot fully dex that heavy while rooted, you know. Yeah. So here, bait the special, boom, he goes invisible, but we can punish that, so that's fine. So if I can just kind of keep that rotation going, there's nothing wrong with that. So boom, bait, throw my special, and I'm just going to keep my debuffs paused. And then right here, my alarm to wake up's going off. I'm like, oh my god, terrible timing. Land the parry, reset the root timer. And this has Power Focus too, so I can kind of just push his power up pretty freely before he gets to a special 3, which is nice. But here, I'm like, alright, I need to bait this special 2, so I'm trying to bait the special 2, and he throws the special 1, which just totally screws me up. I hate that, dude. Freaking hate the fracture. I hate fighting the elders with the fractured, or idols with the fractured power bar, because they can just throw whatever special they feel like. That is beyond annoying to me, man. Especially on Lumatrix. It's worst on this guy. It's not great on Solvark either. But yeah, we're up to 30 debuffs, dude. IronHeart is cooking so hard, and she took care of that fight for me, dude. Like, as someone who's petrified to fight Lumatrix, she really came through on that one. Alright, and then we have one final fight for this war, and it's a bullseye. So I asked my alliance mates for just some tips, you know, how to approach this fight, and a video got shared of just someone doing it. I think it was Simula's video or something. So I just kind of watched that, and I was like, oh, okay, this doesn't look that difficult. It looks semi-doable, you know. So I'm just gonna heal up here. Let's skip ahead, and let's go to that final mini island. So pulling up on bullseye now. I think this is the final fight on the map. And so we got polka dot power gain, brute force, and stunning reflect, but you need to apply, you know, a certain debuff to put that on cooldown. One of those debuffs is incinerate, though, so we're going to stick to our incinerates. We are punching up rank 3 versus rank 4, but that just goes to show the power of IronHeart. So we're going to dex, and then boom, that disables the stunning reflect, so now I can parry freely. So boom, go ahead and do that. We're going to stack up some incinerates, and really, you know, the key here is just to be very careful when he has the killer instinct, and ideally just be throwing my own specials during killer instinct, because, you know, bullseye will evade like any basic attack, but he won't evade special attacks. So throwing a special attack is just, you know, that's the perfect window to be throwing those specials. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. So boom, he throws his special, and then I throw mine, kind of kill some time with that green icon up. And then boom, we time the stunning reflect again, so now we can freely parry, medium, medium, just stacking up the debuffs. And then boom, the evade is up again. Alright, we're gonna bait. Alright, bait that special. And then once again, we're gonna counter with our special attack. And that also immediately, you know, gets the brute force off of us and resets the stunning reflect. So that's just kind of the bread and butter strategy here. It's working really, really well. Alright, boom. And here, gonna go for a relic into a medium, which is safe in the relic stun, and then into a special. And he's almost dead, but not quite. And he has the evade, so I just throw another special, and he's dead, dude. Like, oh my goodness. This is why IronHeart deserves the highest tier on the tier list, man. She's just insanely versatile, doing all kinds of different fights in the science class, in the skill class. Of course, countering the mutant class, as she should with her class advantage on the class wheel. Just, man, IronHeart just cooking so freaking hard. I definitely want to take her up to rank 4. You know, I've just been focused on rank ups for Battlegrounds and for trying to qualify for the Brawl and everything. So I haven't really been able to do war rank ups, like Count Nefaria, like IronHeart. But one day, absolutely, man. Like, this was a rank 3 IronHeart, just running through the highest tier war map, toughest defenders that I'm even like scared to fight, and she's just carrying me, just getting carried by IronHeart, dude. She's so good. So that is why she got promoted to the highest tier. Hope you guys enjoyed this IronHeart gameplay video. Drop a like if so, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget about my creator code. All right, guys, peace.